welcome to Ashland Clocker Basketball, brought to you by Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. Tonight, your Ashland Clockers host the 6-4 Medway Mustangs in Tri-Valley action. I'm Josh Abrams, and joining me at center court again is Rob Silver.
Good to be here. Should be a interesting matchup, to say the least. The kids are hungry. They're coming in at 1-11 on the Ashland Clocker side. Medway Mustangs reporting in tonight at 6-4, but even their losses have been either out of the league or very, very tight. So, this has the potential to be a blowout. Vegas has Medway favored by 33.5. Larry Bird.
Wow.
But I talked with one of the clockers in the warm-ups, and he was saying 50-40. So I like his optimism. And was that Brendan McNamara with the first two of the night?
Yep, that's what I have. Medway won the tap, went down, were able to convert on a rebound and put back by Brendan McNamara. But here come the Clockers. Borges tries to find Ryan Madison, passes at his feet and out of bounds. First turnover of the night for the Clockers, down 2-0 here early in the first.
Yeah, so they're going to have to play a clean game. They can't have stuff like that. They did a good job getting past the pressure. Can't
some of the best
like
I've seen them. Yeah, best I've seen them against the press this year.
And a little different starting lineup, like you said. Two of the big men, Ryan Madison in to start, along with Charlie Mixis.
Well, so far rebounds have been pretty much all Medway.
Yeah, they just have so much size. That's number 44, Sean Anderson. Looked like he could have dunked it, but I saw some of the JV game. And their JV team is bigger than our starters. Rudisil pushing it up.
Another unforced error there. Pass too hot to handle, too far over the head of Borges.
Looking over to Norman, Coach Norman, see how quick the timeout will come, but let them work through it.
So this is Caden Reisman bringing it up for the Mustangs.
And he walked, yeah.
Ryan Madison had chased down that errant pass, but walked in the process, as you said. So a turnover here by the Clockers again. Medway inbound under the Clocker basket. Reisman for three. Rims out. Rebound Borges. That pressure again. Carlos is able to beat it. Finds Madison. Dishes off to Mixis. Mixis wheeling and dealing. Almost went up and down. Still looking for...
Put the ball on the court again.
Double dribble.
He was holding it for so long he forgot he had already dribbled. But yeah, so definitely some nerves.
Sure.
In front of the big Friday home crowd. And like you said, that's number 10, Jack Gould. Try and get the names right as we get familiar with them. Junior Jack Gould with his first two.
I think Gould is now 1 for 3 from the field, but third different scorer for the Mustangs. Excuse me. Another errant pass, can't find Ryan Madison, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Clockers.
Clockers yet to get off a shot, and you just mentioned Gould had 3. So not what we were looking for. Vegas did have Medway favored by 33.5. That may end up being low, as
Caden Reisman finds.
Yeah, walked in.
Yeah, 4 different scorers now for Medway. 4 of the 5 starters on the board early on here in the first quarter. Pass gets ahead to Rudisil. Almost travels, gets it over to Mixis. Off-balance shot, rolls around and out. Still loose, Mixis gets a rebound. Still loose again, grabbed by Espino, kicks it out to Borges. Quickly double-teamed. Back to Espino at the top. Rudisil for 3 and drains it. The Clockers are on the board.
I had the opportunity to talk to them a little bit before warm-ups way back during the JV game, and I basically said I'm expecting that to be the game plan. Anytime you're open,
take it.
3, take it. Yeah, crash the boards. Oh, looked like
all ball
had timed that well, but
so it's the first foul of the game for either team.
Let's move that over to the 3-point column, Rudisil.
Yeah, Clockers are perfect from the field tonight.
If turnovers counted as a point, they'd be tied. The score would be tied almost. And Reisman nails the first free throw.
So Madison and Borges step out, and Devin O'Brien into the game now, along with Zach Fuelhart.
Yeah, a little bit more ball handling skills into the lineup.
Reisman with an unusual setup there at the foul line. As if feet were quite far apart, but 2 for 2 from the line. Ball gets knocked out of bounds under pressure. Sean Anderson for Medway forces that one out of bounds. It'll stay clock or ball. Carlos will try again at the baseline. Rudel's quickly double teamed, can't beat it. Tried to get it to Mixus. May want to be calling a timeout. Going to run out of time here. Get over there. Then they did. So the Medway pressure too hot to handle, too much for the Clockers, and yet another turnover here early in the first quarter. 4:51 to go. Clockers down 10-3. Medway inbounding here at center court.
I forgot to mention the Townhouse, our sponsor, Townhouse sub of the game. We had the first sub of the game.
Yep.
Want to thank our sponsor, Townhouse Pizza Roast Beef. Little extra sauce on the pizza tonight. I liked it. Oh, there's a kick or something, but it's our ball, so we'll complain.
It was really fresh. I enjoyed the pizza tonight. So certainly want to thank them for feeding the crew and us tonight here. Friday Night Hoops in Clockertown. Rudisill started to drive. He drew the foul. This one's going to go against James O'Connor, his first, team's first.
It's got to get to the point where it's more instinct. Like, he had that ball. He could have taken a shot, and then he thought about it, and then he was kind of stuck in between. You know, I think if you're open, you take the shot.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like there's going to be too many opportunities for that. Medway's really tight.
Get it inside. I mean, there's so much height. It's not like the big guys are slow. The big guys are like just guards in the NBA, you know? I mean, they're just very athletic.
Yeah, and again, just such a height advantage for Medway. I was just looking at Carlos trying to drive around and drawing the foul in the process, so good for him.
Yeah.
Such a height advantage tonight. That foul was called on Caden Reisman, his second,
I think
his first, team second.
Reisman's knee hit him in the head. He tried to get by there.
A little bit of an exaggeration, but I understand.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Fuelhard inbounding here for the Clockers.
They can go back court. Okay, or you can hip check the other guy out of bounds.
That wasn't a great pass, but
why? Gotta use the
there we go. Yeah, it seemed like they were getting hemmed in by the center line, but Carlos went back there, clean pass, and now can set up the half court.
Good job. Nice screen by Rudisill. Espino.
Oh,
with
beautiful.
The finish. Espino's a solid ball handler. You just need a little help. Rudisill set up a nice screen. And
he rarely takes the shot, but he had it there. Great recognition. He drawn the double team, and we're able to make it work out.
Here's a steal by, is that Fuelhard?
Yeah, Fuelhard driving in.
1-on-3.
No foul called, but out of bounds. It'll stay Clocker balls. Like to see that aggressive play.
Yes. I don't know if Coach Norman was looking for a foul or if he just wanted him to pull that shot out, but I like the aggressive play.
So Fuelhard looking inbound on the baseline to Carlos, who fires up a three but gets blocked. Nice save by the Medway player, but into the Clocker hands. Here's Mixus for two.
He's as good as anybody in the lane. Mixus, good composure, settled down, knew he had nobody really pressuring him. Got a nice
and that's definitely within his range,
shot.
So yeah, good for him. 10-7 now, just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here goes Medway driving, stops, fires, air ball. Ball's loose for a moment. O'Brien, in his haste to try and get to the ball, winds up committing a foul.
Yeah, weak side rebound just outside of O'Brien's hands.
Okay, Reisman looking to inbound, finds a teammate. Great block by Mixus.
And again, stuffed them. They got it back out.
Sean Anderson now. Cross-court pass.
Ooh, little happy feet. But
this Reisman. Matthew Parlin fresh into the game. Wide of the mark. Rebound Clockers. It's Devin O'Brien. No full court press this time as Carlos brings the ball over the timeline. Rudisill.
Yeah, so Medway backing off a little bit.
Yeah.
Some better spacing here.
There's Fuelhard off the mark. Ball's loose.
Gotta chase that down.
Goes out of bounds off Medway.
Yeah.
So Clocker ball, the fresh shot clock. Couple more subs coming in now for Medway as McNamara comes back into the game, as does Gould.
2:26 to go in the first quarter. Oh. He had just gotten off the ground before making contact, otherwise.
Medway really loves double teaming the ball carrier out there on the perimeter.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice look. O'Brien's got to hit that one.
Oh, heads up play by Espino.
Off of Medway.
Yep. Really smart play by Carlos there. I love the pass, and then on the rebound.
Yeah, the last game we did, I forget who they played, but I think he got the silver medal.
He did get the silver.
I don't know if he had a point or not, but he just played so well in every other aspect.
I think he wound up with a 3. I think that was it for the game, but yeah, he just, setting the tone.
What he does, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really good energy out there.
Yeah,
very intelligent player.
Yeah, plays full speed like all the time, doesn't get tired.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, makes good decisions.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw him come out of a game. Gets stripped on the way, and this time
bounced off
gets
his
the call
leg or
against him. So another sub here as Hunter Miggs comes into the game for Rudisill.
And it's Caden Reisman bringing up the ball.
Got an opening.
Yeah.
High off the glass and in.
Didn't need much of an opening. 2 steps. He was, from the 3-point line all the way down to the backcourt. Big strides. Fuelhart again. Shut off, but makes a good decision. Kicks it out.
Zone is just so quick to shut down the lane and get into a double team against the ball handler. Fuelhart drives the lane. It's off the mark. Medway comes down with it, and Fuelhart now is going to get called on a reach-in.
Okay. Like being aggressive, but just get back on defense, set up.
Somehow I have the Clockers with 3 fouls, and the scoreboard has them with 2. We'll have to take a look at that.
I think you are correct. I don't think they updated something.
Charlie McEwen was wide open under the basket, had an easy layup, and somehow couldn't convert. Clockers come down with it, and now a miscommunication as Mixes overshoots Espino. Another turnover for the Clockers. Minute 2 to go as Ryan Madison checks back into the game, and Mixes will get a rest.
Reisman, nice inlet pass to Gould, who finishes it off.
So that's 4 points for Gould on the night so far. Medway with 14-7 lead now.
They do a good job moving the ball around and really spreading out the scoring.
Here's Carlos. He had the open 3 for a moment. Here's Devin O'Brien. Front rim and no good. Got a foul under the basket. It's going to go against the Clockers.
Yeah, Fuelhart.
So 2 quick fouls on Zach.
Espino gets a rest, and into the game, back into the game is Jaden Borges. So lead back up to 7, 14-7 with just about 30 seconds on the shot clock and game clock. So.
Really surprised to see Ryan Madison this far out guarding. You usually see the big man out that far. Baseline's open. McCune is able to connect on that layup. Another 2, so that's 2 points for him. Lead is up to 9 now for Medway in the closing seconds of the first quarter. O'Brien to Miggs. Layup is in.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was intentional. He started to throw a Steph Curry from just beyond the half-court line. But regardless, it was a nice feed into Miggs, who finished it.
Okay, so Clockers close the scoring in the first quarter, but they're still down by 7. It's 16-9 after 1. I'm going to take a moment here to thank tonight's sponsor again, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef, located at Legemere Plaza at the corner of LH Street and 126. They have the best roast beef sandwiches in town, but check out all they have to offer, including pizza, subs, and more by visiting townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. You can even place your order online. And, of course, again, we do want to thank them for providing dinner tonight for us and the broadcast crew. Josh Abrams and Rob Silver with you here. Friday Night Hoops in Ashland.
And speaking of crew, the big crew tonight, we got Nick Cunningham, Mackie Kotob, and, of course, Broadway Tom Hamilton running the show.
While we're doing some shout-outs, Rob, I was speaking with Medway head coach Shane Jackson before the game. He wanted to make sure we acknowledge, do a little shout-out here for his assistant coaches, Ryan Otto and Tim Corcoran Jr. Don't always get the recognition, and Shane, happy to pass
and
share that.
I want to recognize the manager. So, Ashland, this must be their thing. They have a different manager. And tonight, from 4th grade, Nico, the Ashland manager on the bench there.
Did you have a chance to talk to him before the game?
I did. Very, very nice young man. 4th grade.
Wow.
He looks like he could be starting for the freshman team. And plays in both the Ashland travel team and the regular team.
Mm-hmm. He certainly has his head in the game. I mean,
forward
he is
and center. He's like, yeah, he's very modest. He's like, well, mostly center because I'm kind of the tallest guy. So, and yeah, but very nice. So, wanted to just recognize Nico for being the manager tonight.
Sure. So we're underway here in the second quarter. Clockers will start with the ball. Miggs in trouble on the near sideline. Steps out of bounds. And another Clocker turnover, much the way we saw the first quarter open up for them. Going to really have to tighten things up here in the second quarter, try to eat into that 7-point deficit. Quick pass ahead here to James O'Connor. Shot is up and off, rebounded by Medway. Pass is blocked and recovered by the Clockers. Nice play there. O'Brien ends up with it to Madison and quickly ahead to Borges. Off his foot. Tough break there. Another turnover. And here comes Medway on the break. McNamara takes down a couple of people with him. No injuries there. And somehow the Clockers end up with a turnover by Medway. Passes ahead to O'Brien and he can't handle it. So a little sloppiness on both sides right now, Rob.
Yeah.
Seeing a few substitutions here. Very early second quarter action. So
good sportsmanship award going to Ryan Madison, picking his
him
opponent
Yep.
during a fast break. I like it, though.
Okay, so just a quick reset. Clockers right now have Espino, Madison, Mixis, Rudisil, and Miggs in the game. That's your 5 right now for the Clockers. 7:06 to go in the second quarter.
Reisman and Espino and Madison shutting them off.
Nice block by Mixis. Shot still hits the rim. Brought back down by Medway. Here's an open 3. Rims out. Miggs had it for a moment. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to go Medway. The Medway way.
Inbounding, that's Matt Parlon.
Miggs comes down with it.
Yeah, skied for it, got knocked down. Miggs, pushing it up.
Miggs got to be careful on that sideline not to get doubled up. Pass is momentarily deflected by Medway, but ends up in Rudisil's hands. He drives, picks it back up, mixes with it now at the top of the key. Stops and fires. Off the rim and no good. Rebound by Medway. It looks like it was James O'Connor with the bound there, and Medway quickly pushing ahead. Here comes McNamara. Make that Reisman.
Yeah, Espino tipped it away. Good job from behind. Staying with the big guy. I say the big guy, everybody's the big guy. Oh, again.
Another quick hands for Carlos.
Oh, Marcus Smart-like with those hands.
Okay, Arian Feenstra comes in for Hunter Miggs. Medway inbounding under the Clocker basket. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass in the corner. Medway an open 3. Off the mark. Rudisil with the easy rebound. Medway dials back the pressure. Carlos brings the ball up. Under 6 to go in the first half.
Yeah, nobody scored in the first 2 minutes of this second quarter.
Here's Rudisil for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound Medway.
Yeah, it's Reisman again. It's been everywhere.
I mean, he seems to be like the de facto point guard, but he's getting more than his share of rebounds. Mixes in a tough spot on the baseline.
Oh, Connor read that one. Mixes gets hit from behind. Yeah, Ashland taking a lot of, threes. You get those long rebounds, so could go to anybody.
Okay, McNamara checks back into the game, and Caden Reisman will get a rest for Medway. Rudisil inbounding here for the Clockers.
Oh, yes, the Kentucky play. Love it.
Okay, Rudisil on the far wing right now. Looking for help. Mixes in the corner. Drives the baseline. Fires. Front iron, no good. Rebound Medway. That's Sean Anderson with the rebound. And here come the Mustangs.
It's Jack Gould from close range, couldn't hit it. And that was Matt Parlon.
That's what I have.
That's their first 3 of the night.
Okay, well, that 3 with the following timeout. 5:05 to go in the first half. Medway doubling up on Ashland now, 18-9.
Yeah, it was only a 2.
Oh.
Right, 16-9? Well, they're talking about it. Refs,
Okay. Right now, that would be a 2 if the scoreboard stays the way it is. You're watching Ashland High School boys basketball on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. Just a reminder to all our fans that these games are available on demand on WACA-TV's YouTube and Facebook accounts.
And how much does that cost?
Well, it depends on what you're paying your internet provider.
Okay, right, but no
once
extra charge.
Right, no extra charge.
Yeah.
And our commentary also complimentary.
Right, and you can turn it off too.
Just do a search on either platform for WACA-TV, and our accounts will be at the top of the search results. It's all about search engine optimization, baby. SEO.
That's got to be some tech, an acronym.
Search engine optimization.
Is that
That's it.
part of your job?
No. I do
nowhere in like.
I dabble in the social media bit.
Okay. I don't want to really know about that. But
I'm not on the dark web. Social media is okay.
Yeah.
Clockers beat the press. Here's O'Brien driving in, dishing on the baseline to Rudisil. But that Medway defense just
nice
collapses.
little head fake.
A nice shot there for Feenstra. Just didn't find the bottom of the basket.
The last 2 trips down for the Clockers, they've gotten really good looks. That is poor defense.
Good boxing out by Mixus, but it will stay Medway ball here.
Yeah, Feenstra had a really good opportunity.
Had a good look at the basket.
5 feet away, just missed. So
O'Connor inbounding for Medway to Gould. Back outside. Trying to get back to Gould to the top of the key. Cross-court pass now to Anderson. Nice cutting pass, and there it is, Jack Gould cutting the lane.
I was talking with Chase the other night. Was that more Magic Johnson-ish or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with that little hook shot, the running hook? That was more Magic.
Yeah, that was the baby Sky, right?
Yeah. Was that Gould? I'm sorry. I think.
Yeah. And a travel called on Carlos, one of his few mental mistakes tonight. 4:11 to go in the first half. Medway now 20-9. Okay, Rudisil and Feenstra on the bench now. Fuelhart back into the game. He and Carlos will be the guards. Got O'Brien, Borges, and Mixus. Here's Anderson. Again, looking for that cutter through the lane. That's McNamara. Outside to Anderson. Thinks about the 3. Kicks it back up top now. A little reset.
Shoved by Fuelhart.
Before the shot.
Oh, O'Brien. Huh. O'Brien not happy about that.
Nope.
He's got to watch it. Refs won't take too much talk.
I think I've got one extra foul for Zach Fuelhart than the scoreboard does. We'll have to check that one at the half.
Yeah, remind them. Tell them. Oh, nice
inbounds play. Yep. So Gould, your leading scorer for either team tonight, 8 points now. Carlos with some pressure, gets it out to O'Brien. Mixus, top of the key. O'Brien in the corner. Gets every piece of the rim on the way down.
He deserved it.
His first points of the night.
It's 5 scores for the Clockers. Nobody with more than 1 hoop. Long.
O'Brien just had that,
yeah.
Again, that height difference. Anderson looking for a call, not going to get it. Ball turned over to Carlos and the Clockers. Be a good name for a band, right?
Yeah,
sounds like a 50s or 60s band. Carlos and the Clockers.
So.
Borges get the double team. A little trouble. Right at the bench. Right at the table.
The jump ball, possession out of Medway.
Okay. Anderson inbounding right here in front of us at center court. 3:19 to go. Medway up 22-11.
I'm going to dare Anderson to make a 3. Just get in their head a little bit. It's all a mental game at this level.
Yeah. Reisman puts one up right over O'Brien. No good. O'Brien with the rebound. Here comes Carlos.
Brian's having a good game.
Hard pass intercepted by Chiplock, and here comes Medway. Anderson just too quick there for O'Brien, so here comes the full court press again. Fuelhard dribbling out of it. Here's O'Brien now, gets the double team, and passes it right to Medway.
Announces Jank Anderson into Reisman.
Give that basket to Caden Reisman, who's up to 8 points, tied for the team lead with Jack Gould. So make it 26-11 Medway with 2:39 to go and another Clocker timeout. So just taking a look really quickly at some of our notes, Medway, as you mentioned, comes in tonight 6-4, coming off a 45-42 win against Westwood Tuesday. But they've been alternating wins and losses over the past month. Really not much consistency there. Their next game will be Tuesday against Holliston. Their 13-man roster includes 4 seniors, 7 juniors, 2 sophomores.
Yeah, in their last 3 games, one 53-49 win over Medfield, and a 65-67 loss over Norwood, and 45-42 win to against Westwood. So 3 games within 4 points. And really, one of their only blowouts in looking over the score sheet was they played Millis. That was back in December 20th. They beat them 70-35, and Ashland squared off against Millis last week and was on the wrong end of a 70-40 score. So, yeah, just you never know. But this is kind of what we expected. Medway with just a crushing defense, just suffocating defenses.
No, they're a very well-coached team, good fundamentals. So as we restart here, 2:39 to go in the second quarter, I want to welcome those of you who just finished 2.5 Men on Paramount Network. Glad to have you with us, along with the rest of our audience here on Facebook and YouTube, here on WACA-TV, Friday Night Hoops, Clockers and Medway Mustangs in Tri-Valley action in Clockertown. Rudisill tries to go through a triple team unsuccessfully. Draws the foul, I believe.
And it looks like Jaron McInnes is into the game for Medway, his first action of the night.
Okay. Sean Anderson with his second foul of the night. Team's 4th.
And you mentioned Christian Chiplock. His sister, I think, is on the soccer team. Remember that name. Or volleyball, I think it was.
Oh, with underhand.
Some type of magic.
5 points for him, for Robbie.
Reisman stuck there. Chiplock over to McInnes.
Mix is really battling with Gould under the basket.
Yeah, there's a walk.
Yeah. So 2:03 to go in the second quarter. Clockers down 26-13 to Medway. Here's Fuelhard inbounding. Robbie brings it up. Long pass to Feenstra.
Yeah.
Mixes from the foul line and drains it.
I mean, if Ashland's going to make a move, it's definitely going to be against this lineup. Called off the dogs a little bit. Give them a rest.
Mixes almost got a hand in there and knocked that one loose, but quick pass into Gould, and it's good. That's 10 points for him now.
He's deadly from there.
Yep.
Looks so comfortable.
Now, Mustangs missed a surprising number of close-in shots, layups, and so on. I mean, this could be a much bigger deficit than it is. But Gould connected there. 119 and counting here in the second quarter. Here's Fuelhart. Mixes for 3. Just off the mark. Ball's up and loose. Brought down by Medway as Feenstra hits the ground.
To Reisman. Spin move and 1.
Wow. Quite a play by Caden Reisman there. Wheeling and dealing, drawing the foul, and getting the shot.
Coach Norman looking for an explanation. If he had time to do a 360, was he really in the act of shooting?
Right.
Yeah.
So again, that wide stance at the foul line for Reisman, but it's been working for him. 2 for 2 so far tonight. Make it 3 for 3.
I know what you were getting at there.
It doesn't work against the other team.
Yeah. Wow. Crushing.
Oh, Rudisill had Feenstra wide open, couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, lost the handle.
Now in a double team. Here's Miggs over to Mixus. In the corner to Robinson. Gets the shot off, no good. Was forced to alter the shot there, and here comes Reisman. Gould all alone inside. Had enough time to build a small campsite in the lane, but gets the basket. Final 26 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Good. Oh, little late. Good idea. Feenstra follows it up.
Inside to Miggs. Yeah, quick shot, no good.
I think he got a piece of it. Gould maybe. So this will be the last shot. 33-15. Reisman pulls it out, setting it up. Miggs with some tight D.
McInnes in the corner. No good.
Yeah.
So that'll do it. First half action. Medway Mustangs 33, Ashland Clockers 15. As Medway proving to be just too much at both ends of the floor for the Clockers. See what kind of adjustments they can make in the second half, Rob.
Yeah, they're just so balanced. I mean, we got Mixus with 4 points for Ashland, Rudisill with 5, a couple other scorers, but this is what we were afraid of, but hopefully they'll regroup at halftime and come back on fire.
Absolutely. I mean, if they can just cut down on those turnovers and hit their open shots, they've got every shot, no pun intended, in the second half.
Yeah. So we're going to take a break in the action here. My partner Josh Abrams and I will be back soon. You're watching WACA-TV, Ashland basketball. We're going to get a word from our sponsor, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef, and maybe, I'm not sure if they'll cut away, but enjoy the Ashland cheerleaders while you're at it.
See you in the second half, everybody.
Is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
And welcome back to second half action here in Ashland. Clockers versus the Medway Mustangs. We startled a ref right in front of us here at the table, but we're underway in the second half. Medway up 33-15. I'm going to look for the Clockers to tighten things up offensively and cut down on the turnovers. Here's Carlos looking for an opening, but it's been a swarming Medway defense all night. Feed inside to both Madison and Rudisill. Mixus ends up with it, fires too hard off the glass. Rebound Medway, Sean Anderson with it.
So they go back to their starting lineup? They did. So Connor for 3, no good. Mixus, good positioning to get the rebound.
He's going to have to dribble out of it as Medway turns up the pressure in the backcourt. Finally able to get to Carlos, who sneaks down the far sideline.
Yeah, just under the gun. Kick it up the board, just got to be quicker.
But he did listen to you.
Yes, yeah.
Here's Rudisill driving baseline, looking for some help, can't get it. And here comes Sean Anderson leading the charge for the Medway Mustangs. Borges tried to harass him, but like swatting away a fly.
That's exactly what it was.
So Anderson, first one to score here in the second half. Medway now up 35-15.
Once again, having a little trouble with the pressure. Rudisill grabs it. It's got to dribble out of that.
Immediately, right.
Yeah.
Rudisill tries to Euro step and lay it in. No good, but it will stay Ashland ball.
It looked to me like he was so surprised he didn't get called for traveling. He's like, oh, what do I do now? Might as well try a lefty runner. Rudisill, the leading scorer tonight for the Clockers with 5.
A little trouble in the corner. Borges able to run to the ball to grab it. But he's getting heavy pressure from McNamara. Now driving in.
Anderson, I think, had him on the wrist there.
Yeah, it looked like Borges was going to be in trouble losing balance, potential turnover, but was able to draw the foul. And you were right, Sean Anderson, his 3rd foul of the night. That's going to earn him a seat on the bench.
And Narcisse?
You have Derwin Narcisse First action of the game for him comes in for Medway as Carlos inbounding under the Medway basket. Rudisill tracks it down. Right at the top of the key. Here's Carlos now drawing into the triple team. Loses control and out of bounds. It'll go Medway ball. Really quickly, want to just, we were just speaking about Robbie. Grandma Phyllis Rudisill and sister Kim Rudisill watching again from Delaware. Good to have you with us here tonight. Compliments of Robbie's Aunt Pat.
Nice. Oh. Now I had it as Narcisse Derwin. You're probably right with the Derwin Narcisse. Regardless, we'll pick one name and go with it. I like yours.
What were the choices?
First name Derwin or second name, last name Derwin?
Oh, I have Narcisse as the last name.
Yeah, I had it backwards. So I don't know if you just took yours right off the
I took it off the Medway roster.
I typed it into the spreadsheet. Let's see what we can do here. Mixus is going to have to let it fly.
Running out of time. Another good defensive play by the Mustangs. And here comes Reisman, right down the lane, lays it up and out. Rebound Madison.
Good rebound.
It's almost a double dribble there, trying to dribble out of trouble.
Yeah.
Here comes Carlos.
Ooh,
finds Madison.
1 second left.
Too hard off the glass. Narcisse with a big rebound there.
So O'Connor pushes it. Yeah, they're just all so adept at handling the ball.
That's Reisman for three. His first three of the night. First three for the entire Medway team on the night.
Oh, that's right, because Parlins was a deuce. Yeah,
that was a deuce,
right.
Yep. Here comes Mixus up against Narcisse. Forced him to adjust the shot. Couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah. That's the one where in between, I think he's got to go glass. He never goes glass, but I think that would have been a good option there.
McNamara picks up the dribble over to O'Connor. O'Connor drives right down the middle as Mixus was completely screened from the ball carrier.
Timeout. Surprisingly enough, that was O'Connor's first field goal of the night.
You're right.
Interesting. And they're still up 40 to 15.
Yep.
So,
want to also check in here. Robbie's Aunt Pat, we had mentioned earlier, is watching from Pennsylvania. And Zach Fuelhart's grandma, Eileen, watching from Connecticut. Good to have you with us here tonight. WACA-TV, Friday Night High School Hoops. I see, even though he's not commenting, good friend Brian Syed, friend of the broadcast,
now,
joining us on Facebook.
The grandmother, that's the one, she's our favorite fan.
From
right?
Connecticut?
Is she
yeah,
she
came over, introduced herself. She came over the following game when Chase and I did it as well.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. We're here for you, for the fans.
Right. Now, she came wearing like a Josh and Rob T-shirt, sweatshirt. That might even vault her higher in the standings.
Or raise some concerns.
Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Taking a quick look at the NBA, 9 games on the docket tonight, but none of them featuring the Celtics or Sixers. Both teams on the road tomorrow night, with the Celtics visiting Toronto and the Sixers out on the coast against the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, and I just happened to catch the injury report, and Tatum is going to be out tomorrow night. A little sore wrist, nothing much. Just,
that's too bad.
Right. Doesn't matter. Just got to be healthy come playoff time.
How many more sports can we be polar opposite fans of?
All right. I don't really follow hockey that much. I don't mind it.
Right.
I'm gonna root for the Bruins, no doubt. But
well, Chase and I had a great time at the Ashland Medway hockey game the other night. Ashland pulled away on that one, 7-4. Great game. Here comes Medway.
Chip block pushing the pace.
Long cross-court pass, and here comes Reisman driving baseline. Gets the glass and in.
Up to 16 for Reisman.
Okay, Braden Peltier has checked into the game for the Clockers. I think it's the first minutes he's had on a WACA game this season. So good to see Braden getting some time out here tonight. Setting a nice pick. Give and go.
Oh.
Gets fouled, and he's headed to the line.
Gotta like that. Nice feed by Rudisill there.
Mm-hmm.
Drew the defense and dished it off right in Pelletier's hands. Nice.
Foul called on Derwin Narcisse, his first.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the fans making noise. It's a basketball game. That's the real world. There's going to be noise in the real world.
There is noise in the real world.
Missed them both.
Yeah.
I'll have what he's having.
Funny story. Our family was down in New York City last weekend. We almost went to Cat's Delicatessen. It was on the agenda. We just couldn't make it work out.
I saw. Did you take a picture in front of the Seinfeld
Sure did.
deli? Yeah. And the fan favorite, Derwin Assis, is going to go to the line.
And that one's going to be called against Devin O'Brien. Oh, my bad. I thought it was called against him. Yeah. Arian Feaster gets called on the foul. But he's not. Oh, there he is. Okay.
So a couple fan favorites getting into the game and not able to capitalize as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd will go crazy on the Medway side if he makes this one. Oh.
Okay, no good. So Clockers so far, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clockers being outscored 9-0 in this quarter. Pelletier dishes to O'Brien. Top of the key to Miggs. And misfired. Arian Fincher was driving for the lane, and that wasn't what he was expecting. Out of bounds. Another turnover. 2:55 to go now. Medway up 42-15.
So it's Matt Parlin driving the bus. Charlie McCune over to Chiplock for three. And that's got everybody on the Medway side up and out of their seats.
Chiplock's first points of the night.
Matching his number.
Here's Feaster, yeah.
Yeah. Little pull up for O'Brien. Can't capitalize. Good rebounding. O'Brien
hit
again.
that one.
O'Brien's shot looks pretty good.
Yeah, but only 4 points tonight so far.
Yeah, I think he's 2 for 4 tonight, maybe 2 for 5. Little bump.
Yeah, I think they're going to catch Pelletier for that one. Yep. Braden Pelletier, his first foul. Team's second.
And Russell Grankowitz in the game as well. Gets it out to Chiplock. He's got the hot hand.
As an announcer, that's the kind of name that you just hope doesn't ever get minutes in the game that you're announcing.
Which one?
Grankowitz.
Oh, wasn't bad. Oh.
O'Brien dribbles out after grabbing that rebound. Here comes Hunter Miggs. O'Brien draws the foul. That one's going to go against Charlie McEwen. His first. Josh Syatt getting ready to check in, and here he comes. Zach Fuelhart sits down.
Oh, another fan favorite into the game.
Ruben Simone and Jason McInnes back in. He saw some minutes late in the first half. Hunter Miggs inbounding in front of his own bench.
Good job by Grankowitz to tip it away to McInnes. Regroups. Ruben. Did you say it's Simone?
Simone. That's what Coach Shane Jackson told me pregame. Minute 33 to go now. Medway up 45-17.
Oh, good move baseline to the Derwin Narcisse, and he's not going to get the basket.
They got the travel violation.
Yeah.
Syatt bringing the ball up now. Finds Pelletier on the far wing. O'Brien at the top of the key. Thinks about driving. Back to Syatt.
Pretty much subs for both squads at this point. See if Clockers can do some damage. Feenstra looks.
Syatt driving the lane. Gets the shot off. No good. Rebound. Pelletier comes down with it. Good speed there by Braden. Nice play. And there's a terrific pass finding Hunter Miggs all alone under the basket. So Miggs first basket of the second half. 4 points on the night. We're under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah,
45-19 Medway.
Good hustle on. Oh, that's O'Brien. Doesn't help him up. Did you notice that?
So O'Brien's starting to get in a little foul trouble. That's his third. 44 seconds to go in the third quarter.
He's a competitor. You can see it. He does not like to lose like this. I appreciate it. Playing hard. Chip block, lefty into the lane, goes righty and lays it in.
Was that chip block?
Yes, it was.
Okay, under 30 seconds to go now. Clockers looking for final basket of the quarter. Feenstra.
Yeah, I'd like to see Feenstra get on the board. He does a lot of hard work out there.
I think we might have all juniors and sophomores out here right now for the Clockers. Syatt finds a cutting O'Brien for two. Nice play on both sides of that shot. Okay, so at the end of three, Medway up 47-21, outscoring the Clockers 14-6 in the third quarter. So Rob, really quick, while we have a timeout heading into the fourth quarter, let's check in with Ashland sports around winter sports. I had mentioned hockey beating same Medway school on Wednesday night. Chase and I were at Loring, 7-4, and Jake Caveney with a hat trick, and was then mentioned in the Metro West Daily News as one of 5 high school players to watch. So real nice game for Caveney. 2 goals from Anthony Rodriguez, A-Rod, and a goal each from Mark Milko and Liam Fitzsimons. They now rank number 10 in the latest MIAA power rankings. Top 32 teams go to the playoffs. They face off against Dover Sherborne tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Just looking over at girls basketball, they're down to 4-6 after a tough loss to Millis on Tuesday, but in the MIAA power rankings, they moved up to number 24. Top 32 go to the playoffs. They host Dover Sherborne on Tuesday. Chase Abrams and I will have the call here on WACA at 5:30. Quickly checking in, boys and girls swim teams head to Wellesley tomorrow for the TVL Swim Showcase. The girls are 3-3 so far, while the boys just picked up their first win last week against Norwood. The boys' 400 free relay team qualified for sectionals at that meet. We'll check in with indoor track and wrestling during the next timeout.
And also tell us about the pancake breakfast.
I can't believe I let this much of the game go by without talking about it.
Exactly. I know. So the starters back in.
A couple of them for the Medway.
Yeah, O'Connor, Anderson,
yep.
Reisman.
Anderson for 3. Both ends of the iron, no good. Rebound put back, was that Reisman?
Yep.
Okay, make it 49-21 now.
Okay.
Robinson alone in the corner, just off the mark, rebound by Gould.
Oh, he got fouled. Take your pick. I think it ended up being O'Brien, though.
Yep,
yeah,
white
4.
15. It's like Coach Mike Norman's just okay to just leave him in the rest of the way.
Yeah. A little surprised Reisman and Anderson are in. I get it, they're only going to play for a minute or two, but nothing good can come of it.
Good defensive pressure from Syatt there in the corner. Robinson forced an errant pass there, nice play, and here comes O'Brien, guarded closely by McGinnis.
Robinson goes around O'Connor. Mix going to the line.
So I want to just say a quick shout out. I've got Peggy Smith-Baker on Facebook saying Zach's cousins from Maryland are watching. Glad to have you with us. We've got a number of states here tonight: Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Maryland.
I know, the feed might be slow by Zach's fan base alone. Using up all the bandwidth. Miggs misses the first one.
Okay, O'Brien coming out now. Madison back into the game, and it looks like Medway does a full 5-man substitution.
He wanted them to get the proper send-off. That's all. Very veteran coaching move there. Ashland 0 for 3 from the line.
That's what I have.
Yeah, not anymore, baby. 1 for 4. Take that, Medway. As the lead is down to 27, 33.5, the magic number.
Ryan Madison was able to get a hand on that one, but Clockers unable to get possession. Josh Saya with a nice defensive play, knocking the ball out of bounds. 23 on the shot clock left here for Medway as Simone going to inbound for the Mustangs.
I think that's going to be, they're looking for Simone. Simone wants it. He wants it.
Guarded closely by Tyler Robinson.
Oh, dishes to the German assist. See, on the line, and Ashland will take over possession.
Really like that kid's effort. Good hustle.
Yeah, it's fun to see some of the, the backups get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
You
it's
can see why he's a fan favorite, Narcisse.
Yeah, and it's tough when you play on a team like Medway that's
so deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here goes Syatt. Thought about the shot. Here's
Madison.
a 3-ball for Madison. Off the mark.
He was so juiced right there. Adrenaline was pumping. He knows the prop bet is a half a point, half a 3, over under.
6:11 to go in the game. Medway up 49-22.
Madison challenging Chiplock. Like you said, not common. You see the big guy defending out that deep.
Grankowitz called for travel.
So Coach Norman going to see if he can make a little dent in the score. As he brings back Rudisil,
Well, a lot of starters back in now.
Mixis, Espino, and Fuelhart.
Use the screen by Madison. Back up top to Madison.
And Madison, foul number 6, so we're 1 away from the bonus.
That one's going to go against Christian Chiplock, his first.
Oh, so 5th. Wow, they're quick on putting the fouls up, so that was the 5th. Espino off the Madison screen. He wants it.
Rudisil thought about it. Drives into the lane. He had that underhanded shot work the first time, and it hasn't worked since. I think he needs to try something new.
Yeah. So it's Grankowitz
His
on
first.
the foul.
Want to give a shout out to Joe Iannone watching on our Facebook feed.
Hey, Joe. Is that, what is that? Hey, Joe, that's, what's his name?
I don't know where you're going with this one.
No, it's a song. Isn't that, what's Jimi Hendrix?
Rudisil picks up the
not,
second.
not rattled.
Surprising, it's his first point of the second half.
Yeah. He definitely, Coach Norman rested the starters for a good chunk of time.
That's true. That's true. Let's go, Joe and Laura Iannone, both of them very active in coaching youth sports here in Ashland.
And I wonder if he does he do basketball?
Mhm.
You know, yeah. Nico has mentioned the coaches. I didn't. He only knew. Wasn't sure of the first names, so I don't know. Refs talking about it.
Yeah.
Do we allow the fan noise? I have no idea what they're talking about. Is he giving them both? Let's see if the score changes. They do make it 49-23. Are they giving?
I'm at 23 now.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. They had just missed it. Okay.
That must have been the discussion.
Yeah, because they had the 2. Hunter had a point earlier. Those are the 2 points of the.
Okay, under 5.5 to go here in the game. Medway up 49-23. Another shot goes wild, but Narcisse grabs the rebound, puts it right back in. I have that as his first points of the night.
It is. It is. And that makes 4, 7, 9 different scores maybe for Medway. I think.
Mixis drives the lane and only gets front iron. Medway with the ball, pushing quickly in transition.
Number 11 is not in the game right now, but number 22, Brady Gerard.
Good hustle by Ryan Madison to force that tie up and the jump ball.
Fighting with Charlie McCune. No relation to the Dallas Cowboy, number 84, Sean McCune. Spelled differently. No W in Sean's name.
Braden Pelletier fresh into the game. Will inbound
Wow.
for the Clockers.
Could not have changed the Dallas. Could not have segued away from a Dallas Cowboy reference faster than that. Ooh, Ryan Madison kind of leaned into him a little bit.
I feel like you're baiting me with these Cowboy references.
Well, I know Sean McKeon. I went to high school with his mom.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And McCune gets the foul call, his second.
It was interesting. The Metro West had a article either today or yesterday with all the ties to the playoffs with the local players, whether they be on the practice squad or some association. It was a decent number. I think that we had maybe Rudisil.
Too straight for him.
Not to be rattled.
Get a Medway timeout there. Clockers down 51-24 with 4:38 to go.
Yep, fill us in on the rest of the sport.
Okay, so let's pick up with the boys indoor track team. They don't run again until they meet Hopkinton on January 26th. The girls dropped to 1-3 on the season after losing to Holliston on Wednesday, but athletic director Stephen Marks tells me several girls set personal records at the meet. Always happy to hear about that. And finally, the wrestling team continues to dominate on the mat with a season record of 7-1, including a 48-18 win over Norwood on Wednesday. They're hosting St. John's right now at the middle school. I understand it's senior night there, and a lot of the kids have gone over to root on the wrestling team.
Yeah, Coach Sakili has really put together a dynasty for the wrestling squad here at Ashland.
He's done a lot of really good work. And as promised, you teased it earlier, but the Clocker Club Pancake Breakfast coming up really fast now. Super Bowl Sunday, February 12th, 8 to 11 a.m. All you can eat pancake, sausage, and more, plus plenty of gift baskets will be raffled off, including the chance to announce a game with one of us here on WACA-TV. There's a discount on the entry fee if you register in advance, so visit clockerclub.org right now.
And there's a rumor going around, and you can confirm or deny, but on that, there's a picture of somebody with a stack of pancakes on the post. Rumor is that that was you. Is that correct?
There's absolutely no truth to that rumor.
Okay. I'm just trying to start it right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't tweeted about it yet.
But you shot it down.
I'm always happy to claim anytime I make an appearance on social media, but I can't claim that one.
Ruda still 2 for 4 from the line tonight. He did score an 11 in the three-point shooting contest. He was my victim tonight as I scored 14 in the pregame three-point shooting contest.
Okay, but it looks like Madison's going to get called on the reach-in. His second foul.
I just want Madison to get a 3. And then
McInnes is sitting out here on the far wing, just waiting for the ball, waiting for somebody to see him.
Yeah. Him hitting a 3, that's kind of like...
For Madison?
Yeah. He's got an okay shot.
Well, he hit one to end the half against AMSA the week or so ago, didn't he?
Oh, no kidding. I didn't see that.
Oh, I thought you were here for that one.
No, I was watching at home a little bit as McInnes gets called for the travel. Some good defense by, who's the number 10 in there for us? As Akash Shandilya.
Yep.
Nice to call out another new name.
By the way, Rob,
impact.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad got fired from his job as a road worker for theft. I refused to believe he could do such a thing, but when I got home, the signs were all there.
Nice. And there you have it.
Tonight's
with
dad
4
joke,
minutes
everybody.
To go. Squeezed in the dad joke. Beautiful.
Pelletier at the top of the key. Calling out the play. Gets a screen set up by Fuelhart. Drives around. Back outside now. Madison thinking about that 3. Oh, a ball almost taken away by Medway. That was McCune. Here's from the corner. No shot. Madison follows it up, but we have a foul.
3 points for Fuelhart maybe on the fall. Oh, no. Fuelhart got called.
Yep.
Pushed somebody out of frustration. Oh, no. And Madison's coming out of the game. Oh, they called Madison for the foul. I didn't see the push. But he was kind of open.
He was really open for that.
That explains it. That explains it. So.
Well, we're in the bonus now, so Medway heads to the line to shoot 1-1.
And it is Brady Gerard looking to get on the scoring sheet. And he does so with an X in the foul shot column.
Pelletier with a great job grabbing the rebound and holds on, winds up
And
getting
now
tied
he
up.
goes.
Oh,
was
they
it
called a foul.
Yeah, so
Okay. I thought it was a jump.
sweet.
Someone also mentioned freshman Hugo Rossi has entered the game for the Clockers. Might be his first minutes of the season, so good to see freshmen picking up some varsity minutes here late.
This would be a huge free throw. You know they're going to yell.
Oh, yeah. Still can't buy a basket.
Good job by, was that Rossi? Who was it?
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was Rossi with the, almost had the rebound.
Okay,
Off the
McInnes
miss.
brings it up for Medway. 3:22 to go, counting here in the game. Clockers down 51-24. McInnes loses the handle, picks it back up. Fires wildly. That time it does go out of bounds despite the
Timeout.
efforts of Charlie McCune.
I
Oh,
think
they
he
called
called
timeout.
a timeout. Coach saw him almost tumbling
Losing his
backwards.
balance, falling out of bounds. Right.
Heads up play by the coach.
Someone also mentioned we talked about the pancake breakfast. Of course, we have to talk about the Clocker Club golf tournament as well. That's coming up in May, Thursday, May 18th. Blackstone National Country Club in Sutton. You have that on your calendar yet, Rob?
I do have May 18th on my calendar. I just don't have any events. I'll see about that. See what I can put together for a team. 'Cause, you know, I don't. It depends on the scoring. You know, you may have seen. You're probably not on TikTok or
No,
whatever,
I'm definitely not on TikTok.
But there's one that went around a few months ago towards the end of the golf season. Some foursome was at 47, 26 under, 25 under. You know.
Are you saying that wasn't legit?
Well, again, it's legit. They said one of them had a hole-in-one, one of them had, you know, an eagle, double eagle, but then you have all the strings, you have the unlimited mulligans, you have all the other bonus stuff. So it's like, let's just play golf. I mean, straight scramble. Donate. I get the whole donating the extra money.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the extra money for like more shots at the pool or something like that. But too many shenanigans. Let's just have fun.
Okay,
all right.
back underway here. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Medway down to 10 on the shot clock.
I feel like Simone has to score for this to be a complete win for Medway. There it is. There it is. Oh.
Got snuffed by the rim.
He's peppering Rossi.
Yeah, Rossi in a little trouble. Gets it to side. He'll bring it up uncontested. Robinson on the wing. Give and go with Rossi. Tries to reverse. No good. But he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And Robinson with a chance to get on the score sheet.
Okay, they're going to say that's Simone, his second. Okay, Robinson on the board.
They need to be louder.
By the way, Rob,
yes.
Fans of the Powder Puff game played back around Thanksgiving. The seniors won this year. The trophy has just made its appearance here at the high school. It's available at the concession stand. So if you're coming out here for a game later this season, go ahead and check it out. Seniors very
take a
proud
photo
to
with
win
it.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice.
And if you have a good photo op, we'll have it, of course, at the Pancake Breakfast on February 18th as well.
Sweet. Maybe drink some orange juice out of it.
Why not?
And this is Ronan Kayatsandra.
Inside to Rossi on the baseline. Tries to get a shot off, but blocked aside by Simone. Medway comes away with it. Just over 2 minutes to go now. Medway up 51-25.
Chiplock gets tied up and gets called for the travel.
Wow.
Good defense by Robinson.
Okay, Narcisse back into the game as well as McInnes for Medway. Exactly 2 minutes to go now. Clocker's down 26, so far covering.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that. Ooh, wow, that was a hard.
Robinson with a getting into a double team. Dangerous pass to Pelletier, but just such good quickness and
beautiful
the basket.
finish. Braden Pelletier can't do it from the charity stripe. Works his magic from the lane. They need this man to score. Simone has to score.
I think as long as you are openly rooting for it, it's not going to happen. Good defense by the Clockers. Robinson up ahead now.
Keeps it himself.
Too hard off the glass.
Yeah, Derwin assists. Strong rebound. McInnes. Over to Gerard, I think. Grankowitz, excuse me. And he gets fouled. He'll go to the line. I had it at 30 and a half, and I last minute went back to the 33. It's not going to matter. They kind of blew it open so quickly, and put in their subs. Grankowitz off the back iron.
Pelletier with the rebound.
See if we can get one of the new guys on the score sheet.
Robinson drives.
Oh,
lays it up and gets fouled. No basket.
No offense, but Tyler, you're already on the board. Spread the well. No. Okay. Gotta love that. Medway coach. Coaching during the free throws. Tyler Robinson. Smooth looking shot.
Nails them both.
Oh, before we're under a minute to go, I do want to wish your Eagles good luck this weekend.
That's very sportsman of you.
Yeah, you know.
Takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. I am not a big man.
McInnes gets assaulted by Tyler Robinson. And McInnes not on the score sheet yet. He's got 2 chances. Got it. I mean, it's Russell Grankowitz, Ruben Simone, and Brady Gerard. The only 3 scorers not with a point tonight for Medway.
Who was that with them? The foul shot?
That was Jaron McInnes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come on, just hoist it up there.
Last 25 seconds here. Robinson at the top of the key. Gets stripped by McInnes. Almost had some kind of a backward violation there, but somehow Narcisse ends up with it.
Yeah. Oh, poor Simone. Not going to get it.
McInnes looked like he was just teasing Rossi at that point, but...
Well, he was just trying to do the right thing and run it out. And
so Ashland outscored Medway in that quarter 8-6.
Yes.
But the final score tonight,
right,
53-29. Mustangs in command from start to finish tonight.
Yeah, had we had, how many more quarters do we need? 12 more quarters at that rate, we would have tied it up.
Yeah, but everybody would have fouled out by then.
Good point, good point. So, I mean, I'm not sure what we get. Well, scoring-wise, we can summarize. We had Robbie Rudisil with 7. Hunter Miggs had 5. Mixus 4. Devin O'Brien, I think, had 6. These aren't official stats.
Sure.
Tyler Robinson with 3.
I had 7 different players for the Clockers making it onto the score sheet tonight. 10 for Medway. But again, both teams went deep into their bench tonight with such a big deficit most of the way here for the Clockers.
Yeah.
So our next broadcast here, at least sports-wise, the girls basketball against Dover Sherborne Tuesday night, 5:30. Chase Abrams and I will have the call on that one. Rob, I'll just wish your Cowboys luck. Not good luck, not bad luck. I'm just going to wish them luck.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. That's fine.
Are they playing tomorrow or Sunday?
They play Sunday, the finale. Oh, they saved the best for last.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but not much to report here. The final.
Any silver award winners tonight?
Yeah. I mean, we got to give it out. We have them in storage, so
Right, right.
We fall to 1-12. Medway improves to 7-4.
Yep.
So, what are your thoughts?
You know, I went up low, just looking down at the book, and again, I mean, I really like Braden Pelletier's hustle here tonight, really showing some quickness both offensively and defensively. Maybe it didn't really show up in the book, but that, you know, just the eye test, basically. I always like to, you know, go with those guys. Doesn't necessarily show up in the book.
I know. I did like Devin O'Brien for his energy. I think
he played a really strong game tonight. You're right. That's a really good candidate.
And for the amount of time, you know, I think Pelletier was able to get in for more of the quality minutes early on against the big guys, but Devin O'Brien was definitely. So I'm gonna go with Devin O'Brien.
Okay, congratulations, Devin.
Yeah, there you go. There's some leftover pizza there. Help yourself to a slice.
Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef, tonight's sponsor. Thanks again.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Okay,
so we can wrap it up if you want.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching Ashland boys basketball here on WACA-TV. Sure, we'll thank the crew one more time. We have Broadway Tom Hamilton,
Nick Cunningham, Mackie Kotob, and who else do we have?
That was it. You
yeah,
got the
that
three.
was it. Oh yeah, you got Tom and ourselves.
So for Rob Silver, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks again. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Tuesday night at 5:30 for Ashland Dover Sherborne girls basketball.
Good night and go Clockers.
Is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.